Hello everybody and welcome back to Summit Railway. The winter weather has settled down a little bit, so today we can go outside in the garden and work on my signal box. I have prepared all the tools we will probably need. We've got 3 individual decoders. Those are pre-programmed. I've spent 2 days straight to do that. And now it should be a matter of screwing them into place inside the signal box and then installing all the wires. And to do that the right way, I've made up a plan. You can see each decoder and each individual signal and how they should be wired to make it work. We have gotten a lot of snow last week, so it's already half melted. The snow was up to the lanterns at the highest level, but it looked really beautiful. This is my halfway done signal box. We got all the wiring entering the signal box, as you can tell, into those clamps. Those wires go straight outside to each individual signal. And today's project will be to install the signal decoders and make the signals work, at least temporarily. Okay, just a little heads up for you guys. As I told you, those wires down here come directly from signals and switches from the layout. They go up here into those distributing clamps. And they are already sorted and labeled. Let's start with this decoder up here. It's decoder 1. It's responsible for all the main signals. And I would like to mount it up here, but that has a little problem with it, because up here there will be the big screen and a computer which will make the whole signal box work. So I think I have to go to the side with this decoder and route my wiring down here and into here. Maybe something like that. So, or down here. I think I will go down here. It looks a little bit nicer. So, those are pretty simple to install. Just pre-drill a hole, put your screw into place, and then tighten the screw. And that's it, decoder is mounted. I think I want to go a little bit higher, otherwise it's going to be very tight down here. So, something like that. And last but not least, the third decoder. Let's adjust it to the same height so it will look nice and pretty. And that's all there is to it. Those 3 decoders will take care of every single signal in the station. So, this is how my process will work. We will go up here. I know it's a main signal. And we will have a close look. It is called 1R1. Next up, we will look at this big plan, which is the signal layout. And I know 1R1 is the outbound signal on track 1. So this is the signal we will deal with. Next up, we will go down here. On this plan, 1R1 is this signal, and now I can figure out this is decoder 1, and I can figure out that we need to go onto the clamps up here. But before we do any of that, I will take this power supply, connect it to the actual signal and test it manually so I know for a fact that the signal works. before we connect it to the decoder. Okay, I'm back at the power supply. You can tell me if the signal works. I'm increasing the voltage, and at least now it should show something. In best case, the red light. Let me join you. Yes! That's a success. So, I've tested every single main signal and every single LED, and the extraordinary news are that every single LED works. So that's awesome. This is what I got accomplished so far. It looks halfway decent. I'd say it's pretty tidy, above usual garden railroad standards. So we got the main signals wired into the first decoder, and that should be done. So now we are down to these two decoders down here. Those will be for the shunting signals, which enter the signal box at those clamps right here. So we need to put the wires from here up there. This decoder is fully used by all the signals, and that decoder will only have one signal attached to it, but it is what it is. So now let's wire them up. I've came across a problem. If you look down there, we have 3 wires per signal. The green-yellow wire is U+, and I've already wired it to the decoders. And that was pretty simple. And as far as I remember, wire 1 should be red and wire 2 should be the white light on the signal. But I've noticed they are switched around in the signal box here. So now I need to make sure which way I've wired the signals. I know for sure they are all wired the same. So when I get the information I need, I know for all signals across the board what I have to do. There is a shunting signal right next to this lantern, because the lantern sits here mainly because of the signal. And there we go. I found it already. Alright, I have attached my power supply to wire number 1, and now I'm applying voltage. And there we go. As you can tell, the signal shows red, and that means wire number 1 is red, and it's the right wire. So now I have all the information I need, and I can continue wiring the signal decoders. So far so good. We got the signal side of the decoder wired. Main signals, shunting signals, all done. That's very good. Now we need to figure out how we connect the decoder to the digital central station. I will use a dedicated central station, which will mount somewhere in here. Okay, that's about right. Okay, the clamps are mounted. We have 2 separate banks, plus and minus, from the central station. And each bank is interconnected with this metal strip in the middle. So we have the same potential on every clamp. That gives us a lot of connecting points. All the decoders are connected to the main bus. And we also have connected the switches up here. So now it's getting really interesting. We do have the Z21 digital central station manufactured by Rocco. This is the main central station, which will sit inside the signal box up here somewhere, and it will run every single signal and switch and everything. It will be powered by my main power supply, which is installed in the garage. It supplies 24 volts DC current, and I've made a special cable which will plug into the central station to power it. Right here I have my made up power supply, which will supply 24 volts, and that's the maximum this central station can take. But I measured it, we have 23.7 volts, so we are just below the border of the central station. And what's also important is that the polarization of this plug is the right way around. So now we will go ahead and plug it in. And there we have a blue light, so the central station is powered. And now is the main question, what kind of output voltage do we get? You have to remember this is digital current, so it's very hard to measure, or you can't measure it precisely. But I am getting somewhat of 14 volts output, and this is more than enough for me, because I can make sure that we don't burn up the signal LEDs, which can take it a maximum of 18 volts. Connecting this wire up here should power up all the decoders, and the signals should show something at least. Let's quickly measure some output voltage. Only 4 volts. Ah, there we go, 14. 14 is good. The most important thing is we are not overpowering the LEDs, so nothing should catch fire at least. I have used the Z21 app from Rocco, and I've put in the digital address of each signal, and now I'm able to change the signal picture on my phone, which is connected to the Wi-Fi router in my signal box. This guy right here, which then is connected to the central station, which is connected to the signal decoders, and they are, as you know, attached to the signals. Red shunting signal and green. And now let's focus on the other signal. Maybe baby, yes. Green, red, shunting signal. Okay, I'd call this a success. We have functioning signals. All 3 signal pictures work. A lot of you guys asked about the track inspectors, and they are inspecting right now. You can see them up there. But since it is winter, they don't like the snow very much, so they keep themselves nice and warm inside the greenhouse and the chicken house. But as you can tell, they are doing well, and they will inspect my work, of course, and give a green light after the inspection. So, with that said, we are done for today. I hope you have enjoyed it, and we will see us in the next one. Bye!